I autocross my C6 Corvette, so I change the oil a little more often than most people do. Today I'm going to show you how to do it. Now some of you may be wondering, why change your own oil? Well, let me show you. Last time I went to the dealer, $97 to do the job. This 5-quart bottle of Mobil 1 cost me $23 at Walmart. This AC Delco filter, $4 at Walmart. I can do it far cheaper myself, and it takes less time to do the job than to drive to the dealer and back. I save time, I save money, and I get the satisfaction of knowing the job was done right. Now, if you have race ramps or something, it makes it really easy to get the nose of the car up. I don't have race ramps, so what I did was I jacked up both the front, right side, and left side. Got some jack stands under there for safety. And if you see right under here, there's our oil plug and our oil filter. And we'll remove those and get the job started. To remove the oil plug, you need a 15mm socket. Once you've got the bolt broken loose, you can probably just finger release it the rest of the way. You want to be careful here because oil is going to start dripping. As soon as it does, you want to make sure that your pan will catch it all. I'm going to pull it a little bit more this way. And you just release this screw until oil starts to come out. The trick is you want to kind of hold it so that it doesn't just come squirting out and drop into the pan. And it's loose now, and no, it's not quite. Now it is. Pull it out, let the oil drain into the pan. Now at this point I loosen up the oil cap just because I want to let some air into the top of the system. I didn't want to do this beforehand because I didn't want the oil gushing out, but once you loosen this and break this seal, you'll allow some air into the system and all the oil can drain out. At this point the oil's pretty much stopped draining out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the filter. Now this part gets a little messy, but some rubber gloves will make the job really easy. Sometimes you have to use, they sell wrenches to make this done, but I usually can get this off by hand. And it's just kind of the same thing. You're going to turn it slowly and it's going to start dropping oil. It's a big mess. Again, keep your hand under here. Although it is dumping a lot of oil, it's actually kind of hot. I'm using my fingers to walk the filter around and unscrew it and hold it up there and not let it fall until I'm ready to catch it. And that was it. A little bit of a splash. Don't think I made too much of a mess. I'm going to go ahead and dump out the oil from the filter into my pan. And then I've got a plastic bag staged right back here to put the filter in so that I don't make a big mess and I can dispose of it with the rest of the oil. Now once you've got the filter off, oil will continue to drip out of there for, I don't know, it could be 20-30 minutes if you let it go. I usually just take a little time and get a shop rag with some degreaser and clean everything up down here before I start putting it all back together. The filter I'm using is a AC Delco PF48E. Works on my LS3, and it's very cheap. You can get them at Walmart for only $4. Now the instructions on the filter say to put it on tight and then another 3/4 of a turn. So that's what I'm going to do. Now before you put it on, you want to lubricate this rubber gasket. I just used some of the oil from the old oil. And just, you can get a little on your finger and lubricate it all the way around, just so that it makes a nice lubricated seal. Then it's a matter of putting it back on, getting it to tight, and then that 3/4 turn they told you. Right in there. And then I'm going to get some towels and clean that up a little better. Next, I put the oil plug back in. Get it finger tight. And then I use my wrench just for that final tightening. You don't really need to wrench this on here real hard. You're going to have to get it off again at some point. So just firmly get it tight and then you're done with that. So I'm going to take a little degreaser, clean up, and then show you how to put the oil in. Now my Grand Sport is an automatic transmission, so there's no dry sump oil system in here. I have a 6-quart oil capacity. So what I do is I pour this entire 5-quart bottle of Mobil 1 into the engine, and then I'll put maybe a half quart from a single quart bottle just to get me up there. I'll start the engine, warm it up and get the oil circulating. Then I'll stop the engine, wait a few minutes for the oil to settle, and use the dipstick to hone in on the perfect oil level. Typically it's exactly 6 quarts. After starting the engine and warming up the oil, and then stopping and waiting for a few minutes for it to settle, it turned out I needed exactly 6 quarts. Now I like to take a little detail spray and just detail all the plastic fuel rail covers and stuff in the engine when I'm done with this, just to make sure I get all the drips and mess cleaned up and keep the engine looking sharp. The oil pan I use I got on Amazon, and the one thing I really like about it is it has this little spout on the end. It makes it really easy to get the used oil poured into the oil jug that your new oil came out of when the job's done. That makes the disposal really easy. You can just take that jug full of the dirty oil and dump it off at your local auto parts store, and they're usually happy to take it. If you do spill some oil on the floor, I found that just a little simple green in a paper towel makes cleanup a snap. It gets all the oil right up and doesn't leave your floor slippery or anything. And finally, the last thing to do is reset your oil life meter. It's just the reset button, and if you press and hold it, resets it to 99% and you're all set. This job's done. I hope it encourages you to try and do some of these easy maintenance jobs on your Vette yourself. You can save a lot of money, save a lot of time, and it's kind of fun. Thanks for watching.